Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I have got to tell you guys, it has been crazy dream season for the last couple of days. I'm serious, I think I've been watching too much Chowder, which is this hilarious little cartoon guy, and everybody's named after food and they go crazy. And I turned on the TV and the first thing I heard was, oh, I should have had this tattoo, liposuction, shiatsu massage, hypnotism, transcendental hydrotherapy, mass expenditure, adventure before noon. And I was like, I hit the remote by mistake, and I turned over and Chowder was on me because me and my son have been watching it like in Jags in the evening after work. And they're just the craziest thing. But I tell you what, they give me the craziest dreams because it's all about the most exaggerated, amped up, like it's an amplified reality of how people truly behave. And it's quite comical, but being somebody who's super into psychology, it messes with me because I see the truism in it and it's really frightening. So what I wanted to do for a read today, because it ties into this, is a 3-card choice spread in why they are treating you this way or why they are acting this way towards you. Whomever right now that you're having either a struggle, a question with, or whatever. I have many clients right now that have people that are popping in and out of their lives. They communicate with them, they disappear. They say a few nice flattering things, they disappear. And these weird exoduses out of the relationships are freaking people out. And because I have a lot of background research on this, and I do it daily because I really do want to know why people treat people by the way. And the hugest part of it, I have to say, is a great deal to do with how they were raised in their family and how they were sort of pre-programmed, right? If they have abandonment issues or anything like that, it plays a big part. So I'm going to try to tap into that energy and get some answers for you as to why somebody may be treating you how they are right now, because sometimes it's unfathomable, right? Especially if we try to categorize it as narcissistic, sociopathic, all these things when it's ill behaviors, but it could be a whole bunch of other things. So I'm going to ask my angels and guides to really come and touch down with me and let me know, because I've been having fantastical dreams about this. Hyper clientele on that listing. I mean, everybody has to do right now with, they feel like they're getting in touch with people on soul levels. So I really want to study these behavioral patterns more and more. And so I did some research yesterday. So I'm going to make this quick so we can get as much information as possible. So I have a three-course dinner of cards. You can eat whoever you want. I have a 3-card choice for you. I have Nemine, who is the past. Hecate, the in-between. I love the artistry in that. And Mary, miracles. So I'll let you make your choice. And again, we're going to go over things like accountability, their trust, safety, honesty, their cooperation with you, because I feel like it's a whole intricate web of people really trying to extricate themselves from poor behaviors from the past that just are simply there because of childhood trauma, abuses, abandonment issues, a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll get in touch with what is really going on. So we're going to start with number 1 and see what's going on with that and whatever messages come through. And again, you guys feel free to listen to all 3, because again, like I said yesterday, this is a collective. So I feel like there is a sort of like warm blanket that wraps around this whole theme, and there will be nuggets of information that you can glean from each one. And they're going to be short, but I already felt these messages as soon as I woke up, and it's quite a phenomenal, because I think that's what my guides are really tapping into right now for me. Hence why I'm getting all these personal reads on exactly these topics, why these people are behaving this way, because it is a great mystery, right? Okay, so let's see. So Nemine is about the past, and there's certain moments within your personal history that hold great treasure for you now. When you examine your memories, which are the domain of this Greek goddess Nemine, you have empowered wisdom, and it is now revealed. The lessons you find are like sacred talismans contained within your past, like fossils in amber. Right now, you can trust your instincts that if something brings to mind your past, it is indeed a kernel of the old in the new. This is an amazing opportunity to make informed choices and do things differently. Absolutely. So I feel like if you see patterns emerging with people that you don't necessarily like or gel with, you can address it and say, what am I allowing in my life? What behaviors are coming my way? And I've sort of given the quiet okay to, because I haven't really said, again, this is about boundaries and stepping up and saying, this isn't really something that I gel with. This is a behavior that's unacceptable. Again, we need people that we can trust and that have accountability for what they do. We need to feel safe. Honesty is number one with me. Somebody being authentic is number one with me. Yeah, look at this, 9 of Wands. And Judgment. Wow. Okay, so very, very clear. Okay, so some of the stuff that's going on. So this is always when I see a lot of Wands, because it's about action and orientated. This person in the past has had a lack on and a lack of cooperation with family members. Like they always felt like they had to go it alone and they had to be so independent. And this could be you also, that you felt you had to stand alone and stand on your own 2 feet and have you were the one that had to trust your own judgment because you didn't necessarily have a solid team behind you, and you didn't feel, or they as well didn't feel like they could go to their members. And again, if they never had that feeling of a safety net of being able to say whatever they truly felt, because if this is a male counterpart in your life, they felt that they would be judged for it, maybe called a wimp, a sissy, or whatever, when they had certain real feelings of whether it was shame, whether it was an understanding. And some of these people I feel are in the gay community, and some of these people wanted to come out and they didn't feel that they necessarily, it can be you or your significant other that you're going to be in a relationship with or are now in a relationship, that they didn't feel that they would have the safety and cooperation of their family unit or young friendships to support this coming out of their sexuality, and or they weren't going to follow in their family's footsteps, whatever, going into the military, becoming a doctor. They were going to go their own way, and they did not feel like they had the support system of it. That's why these behaviors are coming up where they feel, a little unsupported. So people can act erratic because, again, they project and they go back into these childhood fits of feeling insecure, unloved, unsupported. Now, here's something that I want you to know for yourself. You are allowed to say, don't vent your anger on me. This is not for me. If they behave disrespectfully, to call them out on that. Nobody can demand to know your mind or your business or what you share with others, okay? This is where you can set your boundaries. So also, what are any of your concerns? You can determine what feels right to share and what you don't want to share with them or others, okay? Because as much as we try to help somebody, they need to iron out some details, and never be afraid to tell somebody, this could be an instance of where you may need counseling. And this is where I find spirituality helps so much, because when we come from a place of really kind, loving, and caring energy, we can really see the little details of people crying out for help and asking for it. And I tell you what, if people in those developmental years between 1 and 7 don't get the unconditional love and support they deserve, the erratic behaviors occur. It just does. They become people pleasers. They become overactors. They have hyped up, again, they have amplified realities where they feel like they have to continually entertain so they can buy that love or earn that love, right? They don't see it as being unconditional. It has to be something that's earned. And in a lot of cases in childhood of neglect, it is. They have to be extra to even get that attention, right? So right now, if you can be that stalwart, trustworthy individual for them and let them know they can tell you anything, say anything to you, and you're there for them without judgment, because these people have serious fear of being judged, it will help tremendously. So here is a goddess card as well that is a message for you. Ariande is the mistress of the labyrinth. My soul knows the way, and the only way is through, right? It's through honesty. It's through addressing the situation and saying, listen, I'm here to help you. I'm going to provide you with unconditional love. I realize people aren't born in a sunflower patch with rays of heaven continually beaming down on their buns. That's just not the reality of things. People can project this wonderful, unbelievably Instagram life or whatever, like you see on some of those people, but no, there's trials and tribulations and everything, even everybody that's handed on a silver platter. I often see these snippets with Paris Hilton, and I feel bad because she's in an isolated world where she has, yes, tons of money, but she has so many trust issues that she feels completely isolated in that, and she only deals, funnily enough, through a lot of social media, because letting real people in is harmful, or has proved harmful to her in the past. And so we have to take that into account when somebody's acting erratic towards us. It's not us. They feel unsafe. And a lot of people, we have to show support. That's all that it is. So I love that energy for that. Let me pull an animal card too, because I feel like this person has an animal totem, and theirs is the coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. What will help this person immensely is any little things. A lot of my clients, I send them beautiful, anything spiritual memes, things that make them laugh. Humor is a divinely purposeful tool. Absolutely. If I feel stress, I will put on any goofball show, Saturday Night Live, and I'll start to laugh. It alleviates that. Okay, so trust in divine detours. If you're going somewhere and you're determined to go in a straight line and somehow you have to go left for a little while, believe in it. Like yesterday, this is weird about detours. I got behind these other cars, so I had to take this other way home that I thought would be heavily trafficked. The car that was in front of me said no quit, and then the truck that drove by me said something really beautiful about it was something about dream it and it comes true, something along those lines. But I was like, wow, and I snapped out of my revelry of being in a bad mood. So really listen to your inner self, and this person coming in or in your life right now, just realize they need unconditional love and support, and for you to go, just talk to me. What's trapped in their mind is what's creating the poison for them, because what we're afraid to say often becomes the thing that drags us down and creates depression. So when they feel they can voice it, guess what? Extremely healing. So try that, bring it up. Let them know you're there for them. It's very, very important. And I felt a super, super strong urge to make this video today. I'm going to make a really long one on this when I have time, and because there's a lot of issues that tie in as well. So that's your group. Beautiful. Be helpful and loving, and you really are, because the past is coming up to shake these people up, and they really do need your help. And I feel like you're a healer, you're a helper, and you can do this. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you like this video, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below for private reads. If you guys need me to go into depth for any of this, I'm doing private reads today. I think they all pertain to this for every single client, why people are treating them the way they are. It's phenomenal. And as I stipulate, I get on these right away within 48 hours, because I feel like that's when the energy is speaking the loudest, when you connect with me, and they take precedence. So I do the readings right away. So if you're having an issue like this, go to my links down below. I'm on Instagram. If you want to come see me on Instagram too, I'm on Sparkwrist11, and my private reads, if this is starting to getting into your realm, because as it is with retrogrades, guess what? Things come up, reevaluation, revisiting the past, a lot of so people are trying to rework their history and fix it, and you're actually going to be one to help people work through this as well, in whatever field that you're in, or in personal reasons as well. So beautiful, beautiful, you guys. So now we're on to Hecate, the in-between. This is a little wobbly because I'm moving around. It's on a firm thing, but I'm just like, I wanted to do this so much, and as soon as I started hearing messages, I was just like, I had just gotten out of the shower and I was relaxed. I'm like, time to go. Let's get this going. Okay, so Hecate's about the in-between. You're standing in the liminal spaces between what was and what will be. You have been and who you have been and who you are becoming. The Greek goddess is at a crossroads and at the in-between. Hecate welcomes you to her domain and reminds you that neither place is your home. You're being tasked carefully to choose the direction of your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions. Now is not the time for hasty action or stubbornness, but a fierce self-inventory. Bless the past for what it has provided, and release all attachments to the stories of what was. Now is the time to understand the responsibilities required of you, and to move forward in your new version of yourself that is not yet formed. Very beautiful. So definitely what that speaks to too is you have all kinds of undeveloped talents and abilities that you don't even know about yet, and they're going to come in. And again, I love that amplified reality statement, because it's like your reality is going along, and then boom, times 10. It's like, I knew I could do this, but I didn't think I had this level, but you do. And I feel like one of your levels is definitely heightened communications. You know how to talk, and you know how to, you have high emotional intelligence. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, of course that came up. And of course that came up. Yes. This group, you have super high emotional intelligence. It's like water's running through the emotions of others. You can read them. You understand them. And again, strength, you realize I'm going through this right now and I'm blowing my own mind with the abilities that I have to push through. I currently have a cold that goes up and down and I haven't slept very well. But because of this, I see it as a challenge instead of something that's stopping me. Like household stuff had been acquiring. Nobody wanted to do the dishes because everybody was sick, the animals, all the stuff. So I just get up, I take a blasting hot shower and I pretend I'm in a cartoon like Chowder. Like I'm like, dun, 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 and I'm like, waddle, waddle. And I just keep going and I make myself laugh so I can do it. You know what I mean? Strength. And you're doing this right now. Now, here's something that's going on with your person. I feel like they're not being honest and truthful, and you see that, and it's starting to irk you because you're like, why would you lie through omission, not tell me certain things? I don't think they're super harmful lies. I feel that they want to appear more. They want to appear like they make more money. They have a higher standing in society. They're doing better than they are because they're image conscious. That's one of the groups, and I feel like that's weird, and you kind of want them to have an accountability and just admit to these mistruths and accept responsibility for behaviors, attitudes, and values. Like, why is it important to you to seem to have these things and be doing better than you actually are? That's not what's important to me. You're like, I'm thinking of you on a soul level. Like, are you getting enough rest? Why are these things that you're honing in on material things as opposed to spiritual things? You know what I mean? And you want to cooperate with that with them, but you know, you're asking without expecting things right now, and you're accepting that change will come. Here's the great thing. You're going to have win-win resolutions with this because your communication skills are going to be on par. Without being judgmental or accusatory, you're going to bring these issues up, and that's going to be huge and help you. Again, like the first group I said, nobody can demand to know your mind or your business. Forget it. What you share with others about matters that concern you is determine what feels right to you at the time it feels right to you. You don't have to do whatever, because you can't simultaneously set a limit with somebody and also take care of the feelings they may feel from hurt, anger, or disappointment. It's not your problem. You know what I mean? You have to let people know, though, what's allowable, because we do teach people how to treat us. And if we say it's okay, you can lie or exaggerate stuff, we don't need that. We don't need that false reality, right? I feel like this person too is unhappy in their job and they want to change, but they feel the security for themselves right now is something that they need. Oftentimes when people feel stuck, they become a little nasty at times. They're obsessed with like bumming out and humiliating successful, kind, and cheerful people. It's weird things that happen. They frequently comment about how other people look. They focus on your mistakes and other people's as opposed to their own. And guess what? If you find yourself explaining the basic elements of human respect to a full-grown adult, don't you feel like just doing a full-out choke down on them because you're like, whoa, you know what I mean? I have to watch out because I get amped up like that too. And I'm like, whoa. This is what we do. We tell the truth. We always try to bring people up and make them feel good about themselves. Yes, we all have off days. I mean, there are ways that we can correct that. There's mental, emotional, and spiritual balancing things that we can go into, okay? They need to create, and you can help them. They need to create morning routines, some spiritual practices. Exercise is huge. Eating well. What happens when people feel poorly about themselves? They go the opposite spectrum, right? They eat junk. They start to resist the things that are good for them. But you're going to help them. And it's important. And I'm going to do more on this series. And here's the goddess of all that flows. I am the ocean of creative energy, and I give birth to what exists within me. So part of that beautiful energy is you're going to share your enlightenment. You're enlightened. You get things. You're going to let them know you can tell the truth. You're not less than. This person feels a little inadequate and they lack in self-confidence and they need your help in that area. And you're going to be able to provide that because you're going to come from a place of absolute unconditional love and they need that. So that's beautiful, you guys. And remember, I'm going to do a series on this and get really in depth on it because it's important messages for sure. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to press like and subscribe if you like this video. All my links are down below if you need a private read in this issue. I tell everybody that's what all my bookings are about lately. That's why I'm doing this video as well. People want to know, why are people treating them this way and what is happening and what they can expect, right? So if you go down all my links below, my information for private reads is there. I get back to you and do your read within 48 hours, 3 days at the most, takes precedence over everything else because people want their answers, and that's why I'm here. So yeah, everything's on their Instago if you want to go on there, everything. If you want to check out my Etsy shop, I felt like today was just going to be natural because I need the flow of it for all of you guys. So love and light to you. Let's go on to Mary because I need to hustle. Mary is about miracles. So let's see what's going on with Mary. So the Christian goddess Mary is the mother of miracles, and she's come to celebrate with you today. She's here to remind you of all the amazing wonders that are everywhere in your life right now. Look around you, especially at the synchronistic events that have already taken place. Ever since you were born, events and opportunities have come together to support you. Isn't it true? Don't you see that in your life? All right, I'm going to find out what's going on with the person and why they're behaving that way right now too. Okay, let's see what's going on. So this is really important. This person too right now, that you're having to struggle with, they're not having they have huge accountability issues. They feel that they don't have to admit any mistakes. They're not accepting responsibility. Some of them, their attitudes can be poor, but then they do this weird thing where they start to focus on you. It's not a cooperative situation because they don't want to discuss the ideas. You're willing to continuously learn, you're reading about stuff, you're embracing change, but for some reason they're not that comfortable with it. So what we can do to help them and let them know is tell them to write things down. Let them that they can anticipate obstacles and come up with solutions. Review what's working for them. They need to recognize what doesn't work. What happens with people, and I have people in my life like this, they try to go, look over here why I'm doing this, because if things don't go through, they don't want to admit to it and they won't take accountability. It can be very frustrating. What we need to do too for these people is tell them, listen, when you respect me, if I do something wrong, I own up to it, right? We need to communicate openly and truthfully because there's no manipulation when that happens. We need to express ourselves honestly, openly, and authentically so we can get to the bottom of things and work, right? And have things grow. I feel these people that you're around are suffering some burnout at work as well. They expect accolades and for people to be commending them, but they're not, and it's disappointing to them. However, this comes in your favor in terms of you're going to help them and they're going to have breakthroughs because you're going to listen to them. And what's happening is they've been suppressing all this. They're not sharing this information. So that's why that it's just like a boiling cauldron in them. That's why they feel like if they start to take accountability and own up to this, they feel like it's going to be a waterfall of emotion that is going to break through and they might start crying. It might be too much for them, okay? So here's this is one of your angels that are helping you right now, the warrior saint, my Bago. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts and resonates my support. You're going to be a supportive love and force for this person. You're going to care for them and help them work through some of these issues that are coming up and say, listen, it's not the biggest deal. We will work through this. And that's the thing too, a lot of times when people should tap into the spirituality and their intuition is when all these problems are heightened, so they turn off that tap that's most necessary. So you're going to help them with that. And dream the world into being. This is what's going to happen for you because you're recognizing these issues and how you can support the change for good. You really are going to put this beautiful spin on things for yourself. Your inner dialogue is going to be beautiful so you can help others work through these issues, and you're going to start to shine and you're going to see the change, and it's going to really amplify the good in your life, and you're going to start to acquire the change that's necessary for this person and yourself, and you're going to see breakthroughs. Again, I'm going to do a whole series on this and really, really break open some of the eggs on this because there's some serious concerns with some people right now. There's some narcissistic behaviors going on out there. I can feel them that are destructive, and people deserve the right kind of love and balance in relationships right now. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to press like and subscribe. And if you need more information or a private read on this, if you go down to my links below, I get back to you within 24, 48 hours. I have a stream of personals right now, and they all have to do with this. That's why I felt it was important to do this read today, because we're going to come to answers. When we ask for answers, they come to us, right? That's all we have to do, and you recognize that. And so you're going to be a helpmate, and get on any kind of research Google thing for these behaviors, because there are ample ways to find resolutions to these problems. Okay, so love and light to you guys. I love you guys so much, and I really want you to have calm, peaceful days. And I'm going to come on camera in a day or two, and I'm going to do a lengthy one with a big card pick that goes through a lot of issues that we can work with, because people need help, but they need to, they need it in a non-judgmental way. That's all. They need love and light shed on it, right? Not judgment and hostility. And that's what we're here to do, right? So I love you guys. Thank you for your support. I can't tell you how much I absolutely adore you. Okay, I can't let this go too long, or it won't load up. Okay, love and light.